It's true. I lasted a whole year at being retired. So I wanted to tell you some of the pitfalls that I ran into. And yes, I'm still using only a smartphone to videotape this for YouTube. My plan was to sell on eBay, to make wonderful videos on YouTube, and to run a thrift store. Well, things that I ran into was money. Money, you got to have money. Because I quit my job, I didn't have a lot of money coming in. And even though I'm selling on eBay and I'm running a thrift store, the money comes in strange denominations. I've always worked a regular job. I've always worked where you get a paycheck every 2 weeks, and you know what that paycheck is going to be. So it's pretty easy to budget such a situation. But when you're out on your own and eBay is your source of money and thrift stores are your source of money, it doesn't really work that way. It comes in smaller denominations. And because you're so predispositioned to living a different budgeted life, those small denominations don't register in your brain the same way. So you got to be careful, and you got to remember to put the money away and not spend it every day, because it's easy to do. And I fell into that trap, and I did. It was bumpy. It was very bumpy. Not gonna lie. You got to be driven. You got to be consistent. Like, so I've opened this thrift shop, but the truth is I am only at the thrift shop 2 hours a day, 10 to 12. And it's working. I have regular customers that come in during those hours, but it's very hard to continue to want to do that, to want to sit there in the times when there aren't customers. And it's a big building, and I'm the only person there cleaning it up and sorting through the stuff, and I get donations, and I tell you, you can get overwhelmed with donations. Even though I can't complain, that's free inventory to me, and that's a big feather in my cap that people bring me things to sell. I appreciate it greatly. It's keeping me going, and that's what you got to do. You got to remember to keep going. Just keep going. Everything that I'm doing is on target as far as where I expected to be, because I didn't expect to be rich overnight. But at the same time, it's I miss the regular money. And then I wanted to talk a little bit about inventory, because when you first start doing this, when you first start doing the eBay thing, and you have really great inventory, right? You've scoured your place and you've found some really cool things, some high ticket items, and you sold them. But as you go along, those high ticket items tend to deplete. So you're going to either have to figure out a way to source and get new items into the store, or to sell on eBay, or whatever you're doing. You're going to have to find a way to grow your inventory. And I do that in the store by donation. I do that in the store by cleaning up old sheds that I have. And like I say, there comes a point where you got to be able to restock your inventory. So as last year was just a survival year, I didn't put any money into the business. It was just to see, can the business support me, because that's where we want to be in the end. And it did feed me. But did it support me? No, not really, because I have a lot of advantages that other people don't have. Whereas, like, I don't pay for rent on the building that I'm in. That's a big plus considering where it is, and the free advertising that I'm getting by other people putting me on different platforms, and word of mouth and people talking and saying that, oh yeah, you got to go check this place out. That is invaluable. You need that. Make sure you value every customer that comes into your place, because my gosh, they tell their two friends and so on and so forth. And that is invaluable. As for YouTube, I'm not making any money off of YouTube at this point. I have contributed to YouTube, but I have not actually made the 30 video mark yet either. This is the end of 2024. We're going into 2025. Yikes. Donald Trump's going to be president, and it's going to get a little wild. It's going to get a little wild. But we're just, my advice to you is, if you are in a situation where you're trying to start up your own business, just keep going, keep going, keep going. That's right. Keep going. Keep going. Thanks.